other group, they decided that tomorrow will be our publishing party and Monday will be the on-demand. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
So we'll have a party tomorrow. Yes, Jake.
What are you doing at publishing?
Publishing party, you're going to be sharing your stories. We have some snacks. There's things we're going to do to preview the next unit. But a lot of sharing of your stories. Okay, so today, you're going to type today. You're going to finish up and type. But I got one thing to share before you do that. And our goal today is to consider how our stories sound and use that to our advantage. So I got a couple things I want to show you. First, this thing here. I'm going to read you part of this, and I want you to tell me how each paragraph is different. So here's the first one. This sentence has 5 words. Here are 5 more words. 5-word sentences are fine, but several together become monotonous. Listen to what is happening. The writing is getting boring. The sound of it drones. It's like a stuck record. The ear demands some variety. Okay, that's paragraph 1. Paragraph 2. Now listen. I vary sentence length, and I create music. The writing sings. It has a pleasant rhythm, a lilt, a harmony. I use short sentences, and I use sentences of medium length. Okay? Now I'm not going to read that last one, but it's one sentence. Okay? So, what do we notice about the first 2? How are they different? What can we learn from this? Tom?
Like in the first paragraph, there are the same type of sentences repeated, so it's kind of boring, and the reader loses interest. But in the second one, it's kind of various, so it's kind of interesting to listen to.
That's right. So, as a general statement, I can say that our goal is to use a variety of sentence lengths. But the sentence length, we can use it to create some tension or have an impact on the story. So this is a really neat thing, that the actual length of a sentence and the way it sounds when we say it can add to our story. Okay? So let me show you what I mean. Here, if we look at Paul's talk from Everything Will Be Okay, right? The dialogue between Paul and Jim. Right? You do have a choice. Come on now. Be a man. You've got to do what's right. That kitten's half dead. So these sentences are all short, right? Real short. What do the short sentences add to the story here? Do the short sentences add anything, you think?
It has a kind of impact.
Right, so imagine, right? Imagine you're in some emergency situation, right? And you run to your mom, right? And you're out of breath. And she says, "What happened? How are you going to talk to her?" In detail? Your sentences when you talk to your mom. Let's say, you were lost and you were running. You're running away from something. You thought somebody was chasing you, and then you find your mom. How are you going to talk?
Like short.
Yeah, you're not going to say, as I was coming up the escalator, a thought entered my mind about butterflies and this time when I was a child and this and that. You're not going to talk like that. You're going to be like, I came to the door. I saw this dark shadow. It was coming after me. what I mean? So those short sentences add tension. Right? They kind of put the reader on the edge of their seat. They know something fast is happening, like here. Right here. So fast, intense, angry, urgent are moments that we can use short sentences to exaggerate. So if you're late for the bus, you're getting in line for recess, you're having an argument, an angry dog chasing you. Short sentences can add the tension we want to that moment. Long sentences, riding in a car on a long trip, floating on a raft, starting a campfire, sleeping on a Saturday morning, painting your nails. Okay, these could, the long sentence adds to the slowness or calmness or thoughtfulness of that moment. Let me give you an example. Here at the end of Everything Will Be Okay, this last sentence here. All of a sudden, it's as if Paul had already left, and I'm on my own, and I know some things so clearly that I will never have to ask an older brother to help me figure them out. Okay, so in this paragraph, we have these longer sentences, and they help convey the idea here that it's calm, it's the end of the story. There's Jim, the main character, is thinking to himself now, and the long sentences help convey that message. Just like the short sentences help convey the intensity and tension in that moment where the cat dies. Right? So do we understand how changing the sentence then at specific times adds some meaning to our story? You feel like you understand that? Give me a thumbs up if you understand. Okay, I see lots of thumbs. Good. Now, I was going to have you read to each other, okay, to listen to the flow of your story, but we're not going to do that. I want you to get to writing and typing. My suggestion to you, as you do this, one strategy that you can use that can you can rely on what you know about the English language to help you with this, right? So when you're writing your story, one thing that people do is they read it to themselves, okay? They read it to themselves, they listen to the flow, because your ears will tell you when something is a bit out of sync or incorrect. So if you're reading and something sounds weird, that's a good spot to investigate further and say, oh, this sounds weird when I hear it, right? It's going to sound weird to you, and you probably won't be able to figure out, exactly why it sounds weird. And you don't need to explain that. But if it sounds weird to you, sounds odd, that's a good spot to, talk to your writing partner. Say, does this sound weird to you? Or try writing it a different way and see if it sounds better. Okay? So, please go back to your seats. You've got your stories. You had a lot of time yesterday